So as you can see, I've been working on the gate itself, and I really love the look of the original painting. It's not a painting, it's the original photo, that this gate has this distressed look. And that's because because of passing of time and also the harsh treatment of the elements, nature. So it acquires this distinct patina and wears patterns endured by the environment. So that's why I chose that over a gate that I saw down the road, which was newly built. So, and I tried to replicate it here by using all different kinds of silk ribbons that were naturally dyed, as you see. Oops. And it has that kind of distressed look. And so I wanted to show you what I've done. I'm working my way through this gate and using my tracing paper to help me to cut out the shape, and also to be able to place it I mean, you can do it via through looking at it, but I think sometimes it's helpful to have a little bit of have some tracing paper to help guide you and place it, so you don't get to the end of the gate and there's an extra space. I suppose you could throw another piece of wood in there. But what I'm doing is I took, and they were all different kinds of colors because of the distressed look. I took a piece of, I have all a whole roll of this cotton that I used for the base of my foundation of my picture. And I cut out a little piece because of the flimsiness of the ribbon. And I took my glue stick and just placed the glue on top of that, and then cut a little piece of the ribbon and placed it on top, and then I did it again underneath with the glue stick, and then turned all of the ribbon under. And then what I'm doing is I'm placing it here next to the other piece of wood. And I'm just getting a little bit of help with my tracing paper. It's not easy because you can't really see. But I'm looking for really the thickest plank I'm using as a guide, and I'm placing that down. And then I'm going to kind of place that down here next to it. And what I'm going to do then is find some thread, and I'm going to I'm going to do it gently, but I'm going to sew this down with an invisible stitch around the edges, and it's going to look like this. And I'll work my way through until I get to the end. So there you have it, and I've already placed the bait. I've already created the base of the gate. The cross plank, that's already been done first, and then I put the other cross plank, or the horizontal planks down, and then we have the different pieces of the gate, the planks, and picking and choosing colors or no colors, because this is all brown. This is brown because there's no longer any paint on it left at all. And so I have a nice brown that I've found. And I'll have the links of this underneath the video. And then just to give you a little insight of what's next. After this is finished, I'm going to then add the actual fence itself that's made of rocks, local rocks. And I happened to find through Etsy a store that sells little tiny pebbles, and so tiny, and they've drilled holes into them so I can actually sew them on, and they're light, obviously, because they're tiny. And that's going to be my outer. That's going to be the fence itself, and then the next step I need is to be able to create these shadows. Not sure how to do that yet, what colors, but that will come with a little bit of ingenuity. So here we are, a little further along, or maybe a lot further along. I've completed the gate, and I've started to work on the wall, the stone wall. And I found these through Etsy, these stones that where they've actually drilled tiny holes into it so that I can sew them onto the wall, onto the fabric. And then in between, I'm sewing some, making it look like it has concrete in between to keep the stones. When you're building those rock walls, you have these, you have the concrete to, keep the rocks on the wall. So that's what I've done so far. And then this side I haven't done yet because I'm waiting for the stones. And then while I'm waiting for the stones, I'm doing like little bits and pieces at a time. I've now, as you can see, I've made the shadowing, and I've simply taken two kinds of colors. So I decided this would the lighter one with a little bit of grass in between. It looks like grass. Would be the actual grass, and then or the dirt with a little bit of grass, and then the darker for the for the shadowing. And then I'm going to add on to this so that it looks like it blends. So I'll be adding some more grasses here, green grasses. I have another kind of green. This is mohair. Then I've bought this mohair to create these grasses, which I'm going to start to add on. It's really fun because I'll put it to the side and I'll start playing again with the grasses. And then I'm going to add this. It's called the natural flax linen, which I used up at the top here. You can't really see, but it's there. I'm going to add a few of these up the wall because that's what, as you can see, there's these long pieces of grasses, dead grasses really. So I'm going to add that up there, so you'll see how that develops. And then I added the blues for the windows, so up here so that we add a little color to our homes, the houses, the Greek houses with the blue shutters. And then I decided, because when I was walking around the little towns, and there's nothing in here, but if you walk around the Greek towns, they have gorgeous little flowers, I think they were azaleas. So I'm going to kind of throw in a few colors because I felt like there's a lot of browns, which is very Greek, is Greek in itself, that the dry, arid type of environment. But I wanted to, they also have some gorgeous, beautiful colors, bright colors that I'm going to kind of throw in there to add a little extra. So the next time when I come, I'm going to then develop this further, and then we'll be complete, if it's ever complete. So here we are, finished. Nothing more to do. Like I always say, there's always more to do, but I think I've finished this. The thing that I've added is the little flowers over here on the corner, and here. And I've added some mohair grasses, mohair yarn. And then I've added, instead of using what I was going to use for my tall grasses over here, is I decided to use actual real grasses from my garden. So here they are, and I've made little tiny stitches and sewn them into the picture. Then I had some scrim. I've said many times. You're probably like, don't say scrim again. This is a rock, as you can see over here. And this is over here. So I thought, oh, that looks as close to that as these rocks on the side as I can get the fabric. And then I added this scrim here. You're probably wondering, well, why do you have it hanging off? Why is this hanging off the picture? Well, I'll show you. I made a decision when I'm framing this, and I'll just move this over, and I'm going to take this away. And I've decided, see, as I mount it, I'm going to have the scrim overlap the mounting. So it looks like you can step into this picture. And I've been playing with it, seeing how it looks, and then I take the glass. See, already you could visualize what this is going to look like. And then finally, well, it will have a backing, but I'm going to just place the frame itself. So this is the frame I chose because it is really almost the perfect color to match. Actually, it moved. It doesn't. Oh my Lord, it moved. But so what this is going to do is I'm going to, obviously make sure it's in the right spot, and then I place the frame. It's not quite there yet. So as you can see, complete. What do you think? Pretty. You don't have to. You might decide, no, I would much prefer this to stay as a square and for the picture to be right in the center of the mount. I decided to kind of step out of my comfort zone. My first time I've done this, where I've extended the picture onto the mount itself. And that's what I did. So I'm hoping you like that. Just an idea if that's something you might want to do in the future. And here we are. So thank you so much for watching. This is actually quite sad that I'm finished. But of course, I'm already in the process of working on other things. But this has been great fun, and obviously because it's a place I've been to, and it's going to be forever in my memory, and it will be hanging on my wall. Thank you so much. This is Rebecca Jane. Happy stitching, and I will see you soon.